Uh, 3, 2, 1, rolling.
Rolling.
Action.
Hi, I'm Ishmael. I'm currently interviewing Lee about his experiences and what he gained from the Film to Learn to Earn course. Hi Lee.
Hi, Ishmael.
In one word, how would you describe your practical film skills learning experience on the Gateway course?
I'll describe it. It was a fantastic experience. It allowed me to learn a variety of essential skills to kind of study, the importance of using camera work and creating abstract ideas for short film shorts.
Okay, cool. Alright, so you could say it was a bit of a help then. Alright, in one sentence, how would you rate the focus and impact on your aspirations that this film course has provided?
I would rate it highly because it gave me a lot of understanding of how you have to have a brilliant written CV to be employed in the film industry.
Okay.
And
how about the inspirational speakers that we had come in? Did you find they were influential?
Yeah, they were really they were brilliant. I think they were great. They really gave an insight on how things work in an industry like filming or working as a runner or marshal, producer.
Alright, that's good. So they give you a nice in-depth view of how the industry runs.
That's right.
Alright, cool. Looking back on the first 2-3 weeks of the course, what would you say you've gained most from them and since then?
Definitely knowledge and experience.
Okay. So you say like with cameras, setting up a camera, a tripod.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Do you have any suggestions on how we can improve the course for next time?
I would say probably have a variety of subjects like producing, or more insight into directing, assistant directing, and
Okay. Would you rate? Would you recommend the Learn to Film to Earn course to a friend?
Yeah, definitely, highly.
Okay. All right. Thanks very much for this time, Lee.
Thank you very much, Ishmael.
All right. See you later, Lee.
You too. Take it.
Good evening. I'm here with Joshua Megan. Yes? And I'm going to be doing an interview with him, asking him questions about the course that we've been on. So, yes, Joshua, in one sentence, how would you describe your practical film skills learning experience on the Gateway Learn to Film course?
I think it was enhancing, focusing, directing experience. It gave you a direction, like a start and a direction onto it.
In one sentence, how would you rate the focus and impact on your aspirations that the course has provided on employment skills such as CV writing, accreditation, and inspirational speakers from the industry?
I think it's enhanced my confidence, my self-belief, and it has been a very sort of empowering experience.
Thinking back to your first week or two on the course, what are the two most important things that you have gained from it since then?
I think the two things is a heightened interest in film and a sense of knowledge and confidence in filmmaking, in the concept in the art of filmmaking.
Would you recommend the next Learn to Film Earn course to your friends, and if so, why?
Yeah, definitely, because it is the most stabilising route into filmmaking, as insofar as I've experienced it. I would admit it's early days, but it gives you a good start when you're uncertain,
I'm Lee Tran from Creative Sparks, and I'm here to interview Robin today. Nice to meet you, Robin. So, in one sentence, how would you describe your practical film skills learning experience on the Gateway Learn to Film to Earn course?
Very good. Yeah, I learned a lot of stuff, a lot of basics and got an insight into what I want to do in that industry. So yeah, it was really good, really helpful.
That's great. In one sentence, how would you rate the focus and impact on your aspirations that the course has provided on employment skills such as CV writing, accreditation, inspirational speakers from the industry?
Yeah, the inspirational speakers are really good. Got a really good insight into what they do. And the CV writing is obviously really helpful because needed to improve my CV, and make it specific for film industry. So yeah, it was really good, really helpful, really informative.
That's great.
Thinking back to your first week or two on the course, what are the two most important things that you have gained from it since then?
Basically, just like I've got much more I've kind of improved my filmmaking skills, like in like all different aspects of it, and like, I kind of understand the film industry a lot better than I did when I came in.
Do you have a suggestion on how we might improve the course?
It's like just going into more detail, like, and learning more about that, and maybe like some examples of people who have like crowdfunded their own projects, something like that maybe, or just maybe seeing examples of stuff made like with a small budget and things like that.
Good. Would you recommend the next Learn to Film to Earn course to your friends, and if so, why?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's a really good course because partly as well because it's because of the size of it, so it's more personal and stuff. Yeah, so like it's definitely really helpful. Like you get like use of equipment. So yeah, definitely recommend it.
My skills have been tested. That's how I would sum it up in a sentence. I believe my skills have been tested. I believe it was very informative and motivational. I would say knowledge and experience. So that learning the theory, and obviously I would, if I had an option, draw emphasis on story building, so doing the storyboard, yeah, scripts, narrative. Once that is done, I believe filming becomes easier, and post-production, editing, etc., because it's planned to a high degree. Yes, I would. I believe it's good because it allows a creative outlet, so thoughts no longer have to remain as thoughts, they can actually be executed. And I believe when we do have these thoughts that come to us and these inspirations, they should be acted out on. So rather than leaving it as just a dream or a thought, somebody could see that and think that was very well, that was very good. So then you can build up a catalogue of all these thoughts that you've had, but they're actually films. And you know what I'm saying? So it remains you've actually fulfilled those thoughts. It's almost like if someone says that they were inspired, they've actually executed or represented what they had in their mind. It's a very, very, how can I say? Rewarding, exactly. It's a very rewarding feeling once you can turn something into thoughts into reality.
Hi, I'm Johnny, and today I'm going to be interviewing Stefan here about the Learn to Film to Earn course.
Yeah, could you repeat?
In one sentence, how would you rate the focus and impact on your aspirations that the course has provided on employment skills, such as the short film accreditation and the inspirational speaker from the industry?
Well, I would. Is it rated?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would rate
Highly.
it really highly because it gives you a full insight in what the course takes as well as what the media will take. So yeah, it's cool.
Okay. Thinking back to your first week or two on the course, what are the two most important things that you've gained from it since then?
I've gained more of an insight to being behind the camera as opposed to in front of the camera. So now I can use, I could be on both. So yeah.
Yeah. Do you have any suggestions on how we might improve the course?
Yeah, by maybe making things more flexible. So the stuff you can access and when you can access it for.
Yeah. And finally, would you recommend the Learn to Film to Earn course to your friends, and if so, why?
No. Yeah, why? Yeah, I will, because it's a really fun course to be on. It's not just fun, gives you like a lot of information about the media and what it takes to make a film, and it teaches you how to use cameras and editing softwares and all that stuff.
Hi, I'm Malik, and I'm interviewing Alicia. In one sentence, how would you describe your practical skills, film skills, learning experience on the Gateway Learn to Film to Earn course?
I personally would call it confidence building, because I knew what my abilities were, but I didn't have the confidence to put them out to other people before I came here.
Okay, cool. In one sentence, how would you rate the focus and impact on your aspirations that the course has provided on employment skills such as CV writing, accreditation, and inspirational speakers from the industry?
I thought I knew what a CV was and what I needed to put into it, and it's so much more detail and personality than that. You know, it's not just credentials, and I guess they kind of teach you what it really takes to make it in this industry, but they also make you feel like you can make it in the industry, you know, because they give you the tools to do it. Yeah.
Thinking back to your first week or two on the course, what are the two most important things that you have gained from it since then?
I've learned that it's okay when you don't know what you're doing and when you need to ask someone for help. And I've learned that, well, I guess the other thing would be just the same thing that I said earlier, you know, the whole confidence, the putting yourself out there and knowing that it's not always going to be a rejection or a test of what you can do, but just necessarily a showcase in some situations.
Do you have a suggestion on how we might improve the course?
I would just say, obviously, it's not something that can be easily helped because it comes down to funding, but the only thing that I saw that was a problem during the time was not enough computers for students. And I know how difficult it is to receive funding and things like that, but I also know how much this course has benefited me and how much it's done for me, and if we just had those extra resources, it could do that for everyone with no cuts and no kind of having to work around things, you know? It could just happen easily and efficiently and benefit people even more than it already is doing.
What would you recommend the next Learn to Film to Earn course to your friends, and if so, why?
Definitely, I want to come back. I would love if they turned around to me and invited me back on any level, I would do it, and simply because I've done so many courses, I've gone into things being so dedicated and hoping so much from it, and so rarely does it actually come through to be what it's supposed to be. And this is the first thing that they haven't asked me for any money. They haven't asked me for anything other than my time and my dedication, and I've actually gone there and gained something from it. You know, I've come out of it, and if someone was to ask me the question that you just asked, outside of this, not behind a camera, I would say the exact same thing of, yes, you are going to walk away and you're going to have gained something from it. And there really aren't many things that I've done that I could say that about.
Thank you. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
That's it. Cut.
Good evening. On the show tonight, I will be interviewing Mr. Johnny. How are you, Mr. Johnny?
I'm good, thank you.
So I will be asking you a range of questions from this trainee exit question. So starting off, in one sentence, how would you describe your practical film skills, learning experience in the Gateway Learn to Film to Earn course?
Well, I'd describe it as fun and very informative, and that I've learned so much.
In one sentence, how would you rate the focus and impact on your aspirations that the course has provided on employment skills, and such as the filmmaking accreditation?
Well, it was really helpful and made you feel much closer to the industry and like something you can really go into. It's not just your imagination.
thinking back to your first week or two on the course, what are the two most important things you have gained since then?
Just the ability to learn to use a camera and storyboard and edit and all those things I couldn't do before. So.
Do you have a suggestion on how we might improve the course?
Not really. Maybe if we were to watch films and look at them and learn from there, maybe.
Would you recommend the next Learn to Film to Earn course to any of your friends or family?
Yeah, definitely. If they were interested in film, because it teaches so much about everything you can know.
Yeah. So that was Mr. Johnny. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah.
In other news, Twitter has gone down and the world is in panic.
Hello, my name is Alicia Jade and today I'm interviewing Maggie. In one sentence, how would you describe your practical film skills learning experience on the Gateway Learn to Film to Earn course?
I would say I've learnt a lot. I've improved my focus and drive and developed my ideas and progressed.
Amazing. In one sentence, how would you rate the focus and impact on your aspirations that the course has provided on employment skills such as CV writing, accreditation, and inspirational speakers from the industry?
The inspirational speakers were really helpful, and you got a good insight into the film industry and got a good understanding of what it takes. And also the CV writing was crucial to like being seen as a professional. Yeah.
I agree. Thinking back to your first week or two on the course, what are the two most important things that you've gained from it since then?
Sorry, can you say that again? Yeah.
Thinking back to your first week or two on the course, what are the two most important things that you have gained from it and since then?
Well, I've gained a lot of knowledge of the industry and how to edit, how to storyboard. That was quite important. I've gained a lot.
Do you have a suggestion on how we might improve the course?
The course could be improved by I'm not really sure, to be honest. Yeah, I'm trying to think. Yeah, I'm not sure.
Hi Prince, so I'm going to ask you a few questions. So first question, in one sentence, how would you describe your practical film skills learning experience on a Gateway Learn to Film to Earn course?
I would describe it as a lot of work and just great fun and just loads of experience because yeah, it was just like jam-packed with loads of things, like even if it wasn't even if you weren't used to doing it, because for me I'm more of like an artsy kind of person, so I wasn't used to dealing with all the film equipment, so I would just say yeah, it was just a big adventure sort of thing.
Okay. In one sentence, how would you rate the focus and impact on your aspirations that the course has provided on employment skills such as CV writing, accreditation, and inspirational speakers from the industry?
I would rate it out of 6 or 7 because I wouldn't say I didn't find it helpful, but like I said before, I'm more of like I'm not used to the film sort of world, so I did find it helpful in things sort of like gaining experience for if I were to do work in the film industry, like it helped me like know what sort of things I would have to do, like when you work from the bottom to the top, that sort of thing. So it sort of prepared me for that.
Okay. Thinking back to your first week or two on the course, what are the two most important things that you have gained from it since then?
Things. Obviously experience and just
What else? Just experience and skills, because I draw a lot, and that's something I'm used to doing. But filming, it's like a whole different world to me. So that I found this course to be really helpful for me. So just experience and skills mainly. Yeah.
Do you have a suggestion how we might improve the course?
Maybe just more time to do stuff. Overall, I feel like during the editing process, it was helpful because it helped with like time management skills, because it's sort of compatible with the workplace. You're gonna have to have like a dead set time to do certain things. So I guess that was helpful to get that sort of, to be in that sort of frame of mind. So you would be like, I have to do this by this time. So yeah, but other than that, I guess it's just more time would be helpful.
Would you recommend the next Learn to Film to Earn course to your friends, and if so, why?
Yeah, I would, because it's been a big experience for me. Because, like I said, I've learned a lot. I've learned new skills, a lot of experience of things that I'm not used to doing, and I think it's just helpful for you, even if we're not used to film, just to have something extra on your CV that shows that you're sort of like a creative person. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Hey Johnny, today I'm just going to be asking you some questions. So, in one sentence, how would you describe your practical film skills learning experience on the Gateway Learn to Film to Earn course?
Well, I actually found it quite challenging since it's the first filming course I've ever been to. I believe that it was a great experience as well, because it's something to put onto your CV as well as explaining what else you got to offer to other people in the creative industry as well.
In one sentence, how would you rate the focus and impact on your aspirations that the course has provided on employment skills such as CV, writing accreditation, and inspirational speakers from the industry?
I would rate it 8 out of 10. I actually found the film course very insightful, and it was a great experience as well. In terms of CV accreditation, it enhanced my knowledge further on how to improve on the CV, so yeah, it was good.
Thinking back to your first week or two on the course, what are the two most important things that you have gained from it since then?
The two most important things: one, employability skills such as managing your time. I think that was an issue we all had on the course, especially me, because I didn't really finish on time, but I got it done. So I think that was one thing I consider gained, and experience. Good experience on the film course.
Do you have any suggestions on how we might improve the course?
Improving the course, as I said, time was an issue, so I believe we could have had a bit more time. And yeah, I think that was pretty much it.
Would you recommend the next Learn to Film to Earn course to your friends, and if so, why?
Of course, I like the film course, so of course I would offer it to someone else. That's because the mentors were such great help. It gives you a lot of skills on the course as well as knowledge, and it will further gives you more information about how the film course works if you actually want to pursue it in your career in the future.
Thanks. Hi, I'm Ishmael, and I'm here today with Nada. I'm going to ask her a few questions about our Learn to Film to Earn course. Hi, Nada, how are you? You alright?
I'm fine.
Good, good. Alright, in one sentence, how would you describe your practical film learning experience
on the Gateway Learn to Film to Earn course?
It's been a journey, I think, from the start till the end. I've learned so much in terms of skills, but also how to think like a filmmaker or,
Producer or something.
Producer,
Okay, that's good. All right. In one sentence, how would you rate the focus and impact on your applications that the course has provided on the employment skills such as CV writing, accreditation, and inspirational speakers from the industry?
I would say it's been really good because the tutors have stood by our students, and they've helped us sort of develop within ourselves. If I was to rate it out of 10, 10 being the highest and 1 being the lowest, I would say probably 8.
Okay, thanks very much. Alright, so thinking back on the first week or two of the course, what are the 2 most important things that you've gained from then or since then?
2 most important things I've gained, I think just my level of understanding in for film has developed, I think. Like when I came in, I didn't have the understanding of how to angle a shot or how to.
Okay, so you've gone beyond the basics.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, that's good. Do you have any suggestions on how we can improve the course next time?
I think if there was more, of course there's people from the industry, but if there was more a sound director or a director of photography, or more people who, because within the film industry there's different roles, so if there was more people with those roles, then and on advice, it would be better.
Okay, alright, that's good. So would you recommend the next Learn to Film to Earn course with a friend, and why?
Yes, I would, definitely, because I've gained a lot, and I'm sure anyone else out there who wishes to learn or just
understand more about the film industry,
should come and join as well.
Okay, alright, thanks very much for your time, Nada.
Thank you.
Have a nice weekend.
How would you describe your practical film skills learning experience from the Gateway Learn to Film to Earn?
In one sentence, I would describe my experience as fun yet challenging. I learned teamwork and what it took to be in a film environment.
Okay, that's really good. In one sentence, how would you rate the focus and impact on your aspirations that the course has provided on employment skills such as CV writing and inspirational speakers from the industry?
In one sentence, I would describe that as very influential. I learned a lot from people in their speaking, the CV writing, led me to be more direct and more focused on specific aspects of the film industry.
That's really good. Thinking about your first week or two of the course, what are the most important things that you've gained from it since then?
The most important things I've gained is teamwork. Definitely listening to other people when on set or off set, whilst editing. How to, go with my own instincts and my own gut reactions.
That's really good. Do you have a suggestion of how to improve the course?
I believe the course is very good in its own right, but if I was to improve the course in any way, or feedback from the tutors.
Would you recommend the next course to your friends, and if so, why?
I would recommend the course to my friends if they so chose to be in part of the filming industry, because it teaches you not just the basics about working in the film industry, but also how you work with other people, which I think is a very important aspect.
So a kind of teamwork thing.
Teamwork, definitely.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Hello and welcome to Jermaine's film interview section. In one sentence, how would you describe your practical film skills learning experience on the Gateway to Learning course?
I found it a very fun experience that's helped me to get a better understanding of what is involved in the industry and how to work film cameras as well.
Excellent. In one sentence, how would you rate the focus and impact on your aspirations that the course has provided on the employment skills such as CV writing, accreditation, inspirational speakers from the industry?
I found the speakers that came to talk to us about their profession in this industry really interesting, about what different job roles are that are available, and it's really helped to improve my CV. I think that it's going to help me in the future when applying for roles.
Thinking back to your first week or two on the course, what are the two most important things that you've gained from it since then?
I've definitely got more experience working in a team environment and learning how to use a film camera, which I've not really done before, as well as editing a film using a kind of professional program, which I've not done before. So it's really useful.
Do you have a suggestion on how we might improve the course?
I'd say that as a whole, the course is really informative. So at the moment, I don't particularly have any way I'd suggest to improve it. Just continue carrying on with it. It's really good.
Perfect answer. Would you recommend the next Learn to Film to Earn course to your friends, and if so, why?
Definitely. I would say that it's really useful to get a basic knowledge of how to work a film camera, kind of basic editing skills. You get to work in a little team and bounce ideas off each other, and then you get the opportunity for industry workers to come and speak about their profession, to tell you about their experiences, which can be really useful to help you inform your decision of where you want to go in the industry. So, yeah.
Thank you for your time, Catherine.
Thank you.